Hi everyone, this is Gaban and this is the fourth in my Retron 5 compatibility videos. If you want to see the previous ones, I'll stick a playlist link down below in the description. Obviously from there you'll be able to see all the ones I've made already and any ones I make in the future. I've also going to stick a link to the Gegege.net website, which will have the entire list of games I've tested, not just the ones that I talk about in these videos, which are the ones that have failed or have been fixed with later software patches. All the games I've tested to this point are on the 1.5 version of the software. 1.6 is out, and that's a stable build, and also 2.0 is out as a beta release, but I've not yet installed that on my system. So we're going to start going through these games here. The first one is Donkey Kong on the Game Boy, which is also known as Donkey Kong 95. It's one of the first Super Game Boy compatible games. This game has an issue with the actual playback. The save data works fine, but the playback's a bit of an issue. When you enter a level, Paulie normally screams help help, and if you're playing this on a Super Game Boy, which is what the Retron 5 is meant to emulate, you don't get the audio screaming of her saying help. So obviously that's something missing from the gameplay. The next game is this one. This is the Gegege Kitarou game for the Game Boy. This one, it's battery backup issues. It doesn't import and it wipes the cart once you try and import or restore. Obviously it causes problems with that. Then I've got this one. This is Game Boy Wars. It's actually the same issue as the Gegege Kitarou game. It deletes the save data off of the cart and doesn't import it properly, which is a corruption on that. Same problem. Okay, the next ones are actually free games. They're the volumes 3, 4 and 5 from the Rockman world. This is the Game Boy Mega Man games, but obviously known as Rockman in Japan. They all have a slight stuttering issue. I've got 1 and 2 of Rockman world, and I've also got 1 and 2 on the actually as Mega Man. None of them cause like a stuttering effect, but 3, 4 and 5 do stutter during play, so obviously that causes an issue. The next game is this is Street Fighter 2 for the Game Boy. The game runs, it plays and sounds fine and works fine. The only problem is that because it's running in Super Game Boy mode, it enables you to go into versus, and because of that and because of the way the Super Game Boy is able to see 2 controllers, you're able to play against someone, but the Retron 5 doesn't do that. What happens is the game then duplicates the prompts for both players, rather than that you just make it just one character, so you end up being able to play 2 characters at once simultaneously. The next game is this one. This is Space Invaders. Now the interesting thing with this one is it has a Super Game Boy enhanced mode, which is actually a possible option where you could go into and play the game with additional features for the Super Game Boy. Now this actually doesn't work. It actually hangs when you try and enter this mode. When you play with the Retron 5, it just then crashes out and returns back to the main menu. Okay, the next 2 games I've got for you are these. This is Donkey Kong Land 1, Donkey Kong Land 2. Both these games, they seem to freeze for a fraction of a second. It's not really like a stutter, it literally is the game will pause for a moment and then carry on. It doesn't happen with Donkey Kong Land 3, it only happens with the first 2. So, interesting one. I've also got another 2 games that stutter during gameplay. It's not really like freezing like we got with the Donkey Kong Land games. It's just like a quick stutter as it goes. That's Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, and also Wario Land 3. That goes through there. Another game with save issues is Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. This actually wipes the save upon import, and also restoring to cart, it will also wipe the game from there. So you end up with a blank save. Now this is an interesting glitch. This is Link's Awakening, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, not the DX, which is a normal one. And I had an interesting glitch where 2 of the items have become corrupted. Both items can be selected, but they don't work, they don't do anything. They just seem to have just been corrupted within the game. I have another save on this cart that's actually a fully complete one, and none of the items are affected. Now Pokémon Crystal, that comes up as unrecognised. I've tried giving it a good clean. It's worked on everything I've tried it on, from the Game Boy Colors all the way through to GBAs and also Game Boy Player. It's worked fine. It just doesn't work with the Retron 5. It comes up as an unknown card for some strange reason. Okay, and the last 2 games I've got are these. These are the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracles of Seasons. They actually have different issues. Well, as far as I'm aware, Oracle of Seasons will play, but when you start the cart up, there's like a little bit of a save where it actually allows you to pick the language. It doesn't always come up or after you've picked it, it's meant to save that data. Now that seems to not be read back into the Retron 5, so either reading that, and that seems to be also with the write as well. So reading that and writing that back to the cart, it seems to forget which language you've chosen and will offer you that option again. Oracle of Ages, on the other hand, is actually seen as an unknown cartridge. Again, as with Pokémon Crystal, I went through and cleaned it to see how well I can make it work. Worked all on the other hardware. It's just seen as unknown on the Retron 5. Okay, so that's all the games I found with issues at the moment, and most recently. Like I said at the start of the video, 1.6 software is out. I am actually going to upgrade my system to 1.6 after this video, and I'm going to try and obviously work through. I've still got to do all my Game Boy Advance games as well, and I've still got a couple of the Game Boy games to do, and a couple more NES accessories. So I'm going to try and work my way through all that at some point over the next probably couple of weeks, month, whatever, using the 1.6. So the first thing I'll do with the 1.6 is hopefully go back and test the games that have failed on 1.5. Once I've tested those, I will then come back and let you guys know in an update video, probably about a week, 2 weeks, see how much of it I can get tested. Anyway, so like I said before, if you want to look at the full list of compatible games that I've tested, there's a link below, or you can watch the playlist. If you like the video, click a like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I do other videos do with game stuff, but it seems to be mostly with Retron 5 compatibility testing at the moment. But apart from that, thanks for watching. See ya.